Toronto FC star forward Jozy Altidore could make his much-anticipated return to the lineup when his team visits the Chicago Fire on Saturday. He could play a role as early as this weekend, Toronto coach Greg Vanney said following training on Friday. He's been training for a couple of weeks, so it's a matter of getting his fitness levels up. Don't look now, but Toronto FC forward Jozy Altidore may finally be ready to return to action Saturday against the Chicago Fire. Steve Russell, Toronto Star file photo. Altidore has made 11 appearances this season in various competitions. He has played in just 3 MLS matches while collecting 2 goals in 2018. On May 8, Altidore underwent surgery to remove bone fragments in his foot. "I'm excited to play. I wish it could be under better circumstances," Altidore said. Toronto has struggled in 2018. After reaching the MLS Cup final the past 2 seasons, defending champion Toronto has notched just 4 wins through 19 MLS matches this season. Article continued below. TFC is second last, 10th, in the MLS Eastern Conference and is 11 points back of the Montreal Impact, who occupy the final playoff spot. Read more. Toronto FC suspends supporter group privileges after Ottawa incident. Reds hope pain of the first half is behind them. Altidore played with a broken foot for 18 months before this surgery took place. Toronto FC's CONCACAF Champions League success narrowed any possible window to deal with the injury earlier in the year. "There's never a good time to have the surgery," Altidore said. "I held out as long as I could, but now I feel good and my foot feels better and I could have a good end to the season." Key injuries to players such as Altidore have contributed to Toronto FC's struggles. His return should help bolster a lineup looking to recapture the glory of the past 2 campaigns. Article continued below. "Hopefully, we can start to get him minutes and get him up to maximum fitness, and get him to be a 90-minute player," Vanney said. "It's going to take some work to get him there because it's been a long break, but physically he looks good and he feels good." The injury situation is getting a bit better for TFC. Defender Chris Mavinga could return this weekend from a hamstring issue that was complicated by a problem with a sore tooth. Defender Greg Van der Weel, mild Achilles ailment, could also be available. With the defense struggling, adding those 2 probably won't hurt. Toronto has given up 8 goals in its past 3 MLS games. "Our issues right now are not the number of goals we're scoring, it's the number of goals we are conceding," Vanney said. Defender Drew Moore is about 10 days away from returning to action, Vanney said. Moore sustained a quadriceps tear in training for the Champions League final back in April. Toronto FC picked up a 1-0 victory over the Ottawa Fury in the first leg of their semi-final of the Canadian Championship on Wednesday. It was their first victory in any competition since June 8 when they defeated the Philadelphia Union 2-0. "We've been looking for a game to get us going and, hopefully, Ottawa is that," midfielder Jonathan Osorio said. "But it depends on us. It depends on how we come out for the next game. We take it one game at a game." Chicago sits 8th in the East. "They're one of the teams we are trying to track down in front of us, so the points taken or the points lost are going to be important ones," Vanney said. Chicago defeated Louisville City FC 4-0 on Wednesday during the quarterfinals of the U.S. Open Cup.